Alright my friends, this is as simple as it gets. So here's the muffler output. Right there you can see that both studs have been broken off. But with these old horizontals, there's more than one way to do a job, right? So I'm going to just screw this in. It's at a 45-degree angle. That's all we need for now, because we're still testing, right? Make sure I'm not going to bang my elbow. That sounds better. Oh yeah! I'll give you $10 to touch that. Okay, so I'm done for the day. Now I gotta get the tank clean. I just wanted to show you this inside of this tank. I think I did this a long time ago. Well, I don't know if I've published anything. There. It's pretty ugly, but it's solid. So problem number one, tank. Alright my friends, I'm just putting some beveled bolts into this gas tank with some evaporust. I just put 3 of the mounting screws for the carburetor into these holes so they wouldn't leak too much. They say that you can put this stuff down the sewer when you're done with it, right on the container. Okay, let's just give this a shakeroo. Yeah, so 2 weeks ago it was almost freezing at night, and now we're in a heat wave. So maybe just having that evaporust swirling around in there helped a little bit, eh? Okay. Here we go. Well, what's the easiest? Okay, let's dump it out again. See how bad it looks. Not bad, look at that. Is that all gas? That's pretty amazing, eh? Wow, look at that. Got a lot of stuff out of there. I probably should have counted them, eh? See, I got a little bit of goo schmoo out of there yet. No problem. Okay, where's my gas cap lid? Put this back on charge. Kaboom! Get rid of that. Gas cap right here. So I'm just going to keep doing this 4 or 5 times more, guys. Okay, I'm going to pour some clean but old fuel in here. These are all up. We have a relatively clean container. Now we're going to find out what really happens if we did anything at all. I'm sure we have. Okay. And we're going to let that sit for a minute. I'm going to turn on the compressor and blow this out. This is going to blow you guys out of the water, man. If I can do it. This is thanks to my new tripod from Zippo. Okay. Look at Look at that. I would use that tank. Let's get a different light maybe, that'll help. Okay, Road King, would you use that tank? I would. There. Carburetor. Gas tank's out drying in the sun. And this one makes me a little bit nervous only because it's older than most people. So we're going to go kind of slow. I got to take the valve out. Hi, welcome to Bruce's shop. We're going to look at this carburetor now, not me. Okay, nice upper view. Let's get a 1/2-inch wrench. Have a quick little check to see how many turns in. I'm hoping 1.5. Half, 1.5, and 2, and 2.5 turns out. Well, at least it was within the realms of possibility, right? Good. What else is in there? Just a little jitteroo and a hole and a vent. This doesn't look that healthy. Nice wire brush. You gotta go slow on these oldies. That's good. Okay, now I gotta see if I have one of these diaphragms before we go tearing it apart. Be right back. I know I have the 5-horse. That might work. This one's probably more like the one we want. Good. But I think they're actually the same, except for that external hole there. See, there's an extra. If I lay them down, you guys can see. It's nice, eh? There's a hump here with a hole and no hump here, but we can trim that off. Okay, I'm brave enough to go in. And if we get to the point of assembly today, I gotta put some retaining nuts on those mufflers. The muffler's just flopping around. It's going to go to 35 degrees today. This is where you can cut yourself too. There it is. And you're still watching this? Oh, yes, you are. Thank goodness. Okay. So that's fine. Put that up there. No, put that over with the other eyes. Spring with the cup in. There. Yo, baby! Now we have to make sure we can spray through all these little goobers. Good. I just got to get this straw to draw. Hey, we got something. Right in the eye. Good. Should be coming out of that hole right there. Good. Excellent. I didn't think we were going to get that. Okay, let's give her a good go here. Right in this orifice right. I'll have a hard time with this upside downness. Right into that one. That's the little rubber diaphragm that came off there. Alright, reassembly of a 4.5 or 4 horsepower Briggs & Stratton horizontal. Brass jet goes in. There was a rubber, there it is, ooh, it almost escaped again. So there's our seat. It goes in, and I don't know, it's got threads right up to the neck. I don't know if it has a fiber washer there. Something's telling me that that has a fiber washer. Yeah, I don't have one of these around just to check. But I'll just try it without it. Now this there's a washer in. There's a brass washer in there already. We put this one on top of it, and then we put this one with the other brass jet on top of it again, so that the rubber seal is squished by the two brass jets. We tighten it up. We are starting to run out of parts on this bad boy, eh? Let's see, do I have a hard time making up my mind? Yes and no. Okay. Spring. Rubber diaphragm. Good. little door. And we'll start a screw on the other side. Am I missing anything? There, now I can relax a little bit. Good. Now we should have just a couple of screws left. 2 for the carburetor and 1 for the tank holder downer thinger putter on her. Well, I think it goes that way. Let me just have a look at this. Pepperoni, baby. Good. I'll put those in there like that for now to hold everything together. And I gotta go get some muffler, 3/4 inch muffler pipe thread things. This is an old engine. Look at the rust and the deterioration on that straw. That's why I didn't want to take it apart. So I'm just tightening these up. I've been using a channel locks, and then get the last tap or two with a snap-on punch. Just to snug it up. So the tank only actually mounts with 1 bolt way down here, right? Oh, we might have to just, I knew that was going to happen. This way. Good. Okay. I got to clean this up, okay, back to the lesson. Back to the lesson at hand there. So the carburetor mounts on there like that. 2 screws, put that onto there like that. 1 underneath with the, what do you call it, the governor spring. And then the on-off switch, which is pretty weak. But it's there. So I'm just going to clean it up and get you guys out of the way. Okay, final assembly. Long straw in tank, short straw in tank. Carburetor up to block. Now, I thought I had a reacher inner behind her. What would Ken do? We talked about this on one of the live streams, but I don't even have the thread started on this bottom one yet. I need a little bit more light, guys. Good. Now we talked about this screwdriver I'm using right here, and it is really nice for these because you can do a 1/4 of a turn or a full turn. Let's just get this one up and almost in. Good. And then this one, can I do it at an angle? Yeah, a little bit. It's coming. One of those 1/4 inch at a time, 1/4 turn at a time, guys. You just have to, it's where you take your patience and you just grab onto it. I wonder if I can spin that with my fingers. Not quite, eh? It's just past finger tight and too loose for a screwdriver. I know I can take it off, take the tank off, and I don't want to. Happens to everybody, right? Okay. I'm going to come at it from a different... It's hard working over top, eh? Light! You know we're getting close to firing this baby up, eh? I'm going to loosen this one back off, pull her out, stick that baby through there and see if we can get a couple of easy turns. There we go, yay, yay, yay. Okay, now this screw here, do you see it? The screwdriver? It's got a little tiny end there and an opposite but similar end there. And we're going to just tighten that up now. It's not easy. We can even use it over on this one if we want, just to give you a visual. So Steve from Steve's Small Engine Saloon, he managed to beat me on one of these. So I'm just trying to get this intake manifold tightened up. I think that's getting pretty darn close, man. I know Klaus was kind of drooling over this little screwdriver slash wrench thing. Oh. Alright, here we go. We're built. Muffler out the side, not touching the tank. Collar's tightened up. Same head gasket. Same air filter, but cleaned well. And we just need a screwdriver to attach this and put some gas into it. I'm not going to put 40 gallons of gas in it. I'm going to put 3 or 4 glurps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 glurps will work perfectly. And you know what I don't have is a shutoff wire. But it's down here under the... Is it connected? No, it's not. Okay, it should be connected right there to the throttle. That's okay. Tester on 1. Choke. Are you ready? Now remember, last time I fired gas right into the cylinder, and it fired right up. I don't expect it to fire up right now because it's going to have to suck that gas up through everything being dry. In fact, it might not even fire. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to have to give it a drink. Ah! Okay, for a first fire up, I say that was memorable. I forgot to connect the governor to the throttle arm. So that got a little exciting. Let's do that right now. And I noticed we got a leak on the either on the gas tank or the intake manifold. I'm not sure which. So we're going to take this off. We don't have any throttle control whatsoever. Right? Okay, so now after this next fire up, we should have some throttle control. Oh, she's leaking bad around the carburetor inlet. Now we're going to tighten up those. If I can get them any tighter. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, I want to, might have to turn you guys off for a minute. All right, round two. Should have throttle now. I disconnected the, yeah, should have some sort of throttle. Well, that's better than nothing. Okay, I put a new boot on there. I put a new washer into the adjustment of the mixture setting. I got this to fit in finally by just lowering this cuppage here. And I don't have a throttle cable on it yet. But now I can do a demo on it, and it actually does not run too bad, and the leaks on the carburetor are a lot better. I heated it up, tightened them, heated it up, tightened them, and then the last time I heated it up, I took them all three right out and put all three of them back in, and the leaks seem to be acceptable. So I got it on about 3/4 throttle, which I don't really know what that is. What I like about it is that when I throttle it back up from low RPM to high RPM, it just coughs a tiny bit and then it takes off. So that tells me that my mixture setting is within a hair of being good. So you know what, you could put this, it's not a 10, it's a 4 with the dewhammer missing right there, sorry. And it's got oil in it, but it's old. That's about the only thing I got left to do on this bad boy. I like the muffler setup. Takes the heat away from the carburetor instead of just coming out here, which is where the groove in the tank is, and then getting sucked right in again. Helps the moisture. And yeah, I'm very happy with it. Considering it was dragged out of a field behind a barn. The engine's name is Dan, and the guy who gave it to me's name is Dan. And that's how I name all my stuff. guess whose his name is. So yeah, this table has worked out great, except it does creep a little bit when things are revving up. But she runs good. I want to start it up one more time because I'm kind of starting to fall in love with it, which is really bad because that means I'll never sell it, eh? Let's see if it starts without a choke. I'm not sure. The ignition area is pretty leaky. No, that's all right. Good. El Dono. Hello, my friends. So I just looked it up. I never did check it. This little engine here. You've been watching. Is a 1971. I wasn't even driving then. And back then they would have been a top of the line engine, eh? Thanks. Still are.